So here we are with this show-stopping Porsche Carrera GT. It's in a gorgeous titanium silver, and it has true center lock wheels. Now, this is a full carbon fiber structure, and it's a full carbon fiber monocoque. And when this car was made back in the day, it was one of the fastest cars in the world. You had the SLR, the Enzo, and then you had the Carrera GT.
Yours have this exact same latches.
And I mean, look at this. He has everything in there, including the center lock wrench to take the actual center lock wheels off. But as you can see, guys, you know, when Porsche makes a car, everything is so well laid out. Excuse me. I mean, you can stumble on your words when you're seeing such an amazing piece of machinery. And this one right here is the 923rd actual Carrera GT off the line. I mean, it's wow. What a car. Right here in the actual air intake, you have your radiator, oil cooler. All this stuff right here is well laid out. And as you can see, the air that comes right off the tire, straight through the door, right through the intake. Huge two-piece carbon ceramic brakes. And it's got the parking brake mechanism right here on the bottom. And the center locks are blue on this side, red on the other. And the anodizing has worn off a little bit, but regardless, these are the kinds of things that make a car like this so special. I mean, look at the multiple LEDs in the taillights. I mean, back in the day, that was cutting edge technology. I mean, that's how the highest end of highest end cars had their taillights, in multiple little itty bitty LEDs. Now LED taillights are, you know, common. And as you can see, the red center locks on this side. But what's really crazy is that the steering wheel looks like a traditional 911 steering wheel. Now you will notice that the key is on the left-hand side, like most Porsches, and the actual gear shift pattern is right where it needs to be, where you can see it, for some drivers who have more money than actual common sense. So, you know, some people just don't know how to shift a car without having the pattern be right there. And I'm pretty sure this owner knows how to drive his car. But regardless, I mean, just the way this car looks is absolutely stunning. And the best part is that this top is removable. So it allows him to have an open air experience at the same time. But I mean, this is a once in a lifetime kind of car that actually shows up out of nowhere. And basically the only thing that would make this even more incredible is to have a 918 Spider show up, which is basically the newer version of this. I mean, everybody's getting, and the funny part is a GT4 RS is here and it's getting completely ignored because of the Carrera GT. But right here, this is the more modern version of the Porsche Cayman Boxster. And this mid-engine car is absolutely incredible. Look, we got center lock wheels with the magnesium look, huge brakes. I mean, these are about, I say, 16 inches in diameter. So, you know, your standard car would have a 16-inch wheel, and this car has brakes as big as a standard car's wheels. And that's pretty insane. You got 6-piston monoblock calipers, and then you got an equally big 15.3-inch rotor in the back, and then this very complicated looking swan tail wing. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. And see all the little details, like the Torx bits for the actual swan tail. You know, you got these winglets right here, and you can just look at the attack angle of the actual wing. All carbon fiber. And then the beautiful part is these actual tail lights which on the Shark Blue version were also available on that Spider. But this one in particular, you know, has all of the carbon fiber goodies, has the incredible looking swan tail wing. And then right here, Carrera GT like seats in the back, and you can actually see the engine, or what would be the engine if it wasn't hidden by that carbon fiber cover. And then you have these ducts, which are actually collecting a little bit of dirt and debris on the inside, which, you know, that's going to be normal for a car like this. And just the whole aero package. You got this grill on the inside. The actual Porsche emblem is a sticker that's embossed inside the actual carbon fiber. You got your heat extractors right here in the front, and this really gorgeous white color, which obviously there's 100 different shades of white, but this one and this one, I mean, you can just see the transition, which isn't that much different when you really think about it. I mean, the whole design language from this mid-engine Porsche to this one, you know, is pretty streamlined. So the Carrera GT definitely stole the show and the attention of pretty much everybody. But at the same time, you know, it's pretty easy to forget that there's a GT4 Cayman right in front of it. And I mean, that's the kind of, you know, presence that a Carrera GT has. I mean, when we saw the SLR the last time, that was pretty amazing. But to see a Carrera GT here, that's definitely incredible. But what happens if an actual Enzo shows up? Now, hopefully in the next show, that's what we're going to end up seeing, because if we're seeing one of the two kings of hypercars, seeing the third, there's a good possibility of it. Now, obviously, a lot of people didn't make it here for some reason. One person we're missing is Oleski, and we have Turbo Tom. Turbo Tom makes them all, and it has to literally be a work day, a 10-hour shift, or a complete impossibility for Turbo Tom not to make a meet. And obviously, we don't have Cienfuegos here today. I don't know what happened with her. So, as much as Turbo Tom tried to hold up parking for her, she just didn't show up. So
It's a sad day.
yeah, it is a sad day. It's a sad day for people who love coffee and car enthusiasts everywhere. But we got another Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio coming through. But I wouldn't say that the day hasn't been, how would you put it, interesting. Well, it is kind of funny that the guy with the 124 wouldn't park next to us, but then somebody with an even more impressive car is parking next to us. So we have this Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio. This car has 505 horsepower. It's got big brakes. I mean, it's just an amazing looking car.
Oh yeah, I have a Stelvio.
And there you go. I mean, the guy with the 124 kind of pointed his nose up in the air at us, and here this wonderful gentleman with his beautiful wife actually parked their gorgeous Alfa Romeo right next to our cars. So I think it's kind of funny how life works now, isn't it? But anyway, guys, I'll get back to you with more on this Red Lotus that we're going to take a look at. And we're going to go and visit Byron's Alfa Romeo and look at a couple of other cars.
Look out the door and stuff like that. People buy it. People buy it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have so much I got my 15. Yeah.
Look how nice the Porsche actually looks. That gold.
Are you, somebody comes in to rob the bank and the guard's crouching on the ground. He goes,
See? Right here.
like a bank guard? He goes, no, I'm supposed to be here. There's a robbery. There's a robbery. I'm just
See, there's a lot of little details. See? The dash, the interior, the shift knob have the little mouse inside of it.
Wow.
This is a piece of art.
You did a lot of job, huh?
Yeah, no, me and my girlfriend, we built together. We designed the dash. We do the dash for his on the inside in the Italian colors. Yeah, this is my car, and we dye the interior. We put in the scorpion mats inside. Also, yes. Also, what's very neat is it has the Starlight headliner like Rolls Royce. So these fiber optics on the inside here, I show you.
Don't move it.
Okay, let me turn it on for you.
Oh.
There we go. So go ahead, take a look. Is the headliner, the roof.
Oh wow. That is so
Isn't that neat?
cool.
Yeah, so it has 500 fiber optic cables in the roof, and it's shaped like a constellation.
You could just lay back and put your seat
Yeah,
back.
exactly. When me and my girlfriend go on our little dinner dates,
Uh-huh.
we go to the
Okay.
beach and we don't even have to, what's it called? Look at the sky.
Look at his roof. His whatever.
The headliner.
Headlight.
Oh, it's the stars. You can't see the stars in Florida. Cool.
Here, hold my
You
coffee
are
cup.
creative.
So,
Yeah.
this was
This is
actually,
yours.
this was actually a
Very creative.
$12,000 option on the Rolls-Royce Phantom.
Yeah.
And we found the kit on Amazon for like $150, and it goes up from 160 fiber optic cables to over 1,000. So we went in the middle because it's a Fiat 500. We went 500 fiber optics and did a constellation.
Beautiful. That is so cool.
Yeah, so those are little Easter eggs in the car that you have to see at night, or like I got the puddle lights right here, and they're in the shape of the character and everything, and I mean the whole car is themed after this particular character that she likes a lot. And then when we went to the Tail of the Dragon, we did the whole artwork on this hood, basically about our trip.
Oh.
So the actual metal dragon is the Pokemon Charizard, and then she's right there, and then that's her favorite character, the
That's
little
your
mouse.
girlfriend?
Yeah, she's from Brazil, and basically this is the actual road.
Oh.
With the Copperhead corner, the Killboy Straight, the Rocket corner, Ron's
That's in
Run.
Brazil?
That's in Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee.
Yeah, that's actually in Tennessee. Yeah, exactly. And there's the Blue Ridge Parkway down there. There's Blood Mountain in Atlanta. There's plenty of amazing roads to drive. And then the 6 and those bar things, that's actually the carbon element that's actually seen on the Lamborghini
So
Sesto
you
Elemento.
designed,
Pretty much me and her designed the car together.
very nice.
And then we,
This carbon element of what?
yeah, well, the sixth element is carbon. So when Lamborghini introduced the Sesto Elemento, that's actually the carbon element that they use to make the forged carbon fiber, which is actually this stuff right here. This is a vinyl, but it's pretty much like shredded carbon fiber that's mishmashed together to produce a cheaper, lighter carbon fiber. But the whole front end is a 595 conversion, which is different from the base 500 conversion for the USDM cars, and obviously it breathes a lot better. So I mean, the biggest problem with these cars is the packaging. Like you would think that your 914 would have problems breathing because the engine's sitting in the back and in the middle of the car, but in actuality it has more airflow going through it than this car. I mean, this thing's really got everything pushed together, real close. So when I do any maintenance on it, I have to pull the whole front end off. but it's easy, so thank God for that.
For you, easy for you.
Great subject to work on.
Yeah, it's all hand
That's adventurous.
Yeah. So he did his first. I'm the second one. So there won't be any more like that unless somebody takes big back.